for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them the wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
For 12 drivers, the race to the championship starts here. Chase race number 1 of 10 in season number 9 of the Target Series heads to the short track in Richmond, Virginia. This is the Richmond Raceway Moneyline 300. Trey Rainey, a non-chasers, won the pole for tonight's race. Outside second, the 74, Sebastian Dupain. Then third, Diego Yepes. Fourth, we have Carson Bowers. And rounding out the top 5, Isaac Nichols in the 88 car. Sixth place, we have Damian Blue. In seventh is Danny Lloyd. Our highest chaser starts 8th tonight, Cole Luigi in the 42. In 9th, it's Tyler Fink. And our next chaser in 10th, Riley Sprugtube in the 8th. For the rest of the field, there's Max Rossi, a chaser. Inside of him, chaser Jake Adler for his second straight Target Series championship. Behind them, Luke Rainey, a chaser, and Luke Jones, a chaser. And we have Devon Red. Inside of him, Eli Brighton, the 7, along with Alex Fletcher and Matthew Logan, the 92, with Max Aronson and Landon Lyons in the 98 car. And we have Justin Lightning and Levi Jones in the 10, with chaser Kashawn Richardson and Nathan Stapleton in the 55. Then Jeff Bright and chaser Jay Rando, along with chaser Mathis Wells and chaser Leon Campana. Then we have Derek Hamill and chaser Case Nackel, the 22, with Benny Watson and Adam McDowell in the 2 car. Then there's William Seaman and Matt Montoya, with Laura Delano and Jose Mills, Sebastian Kukulan and Jennifer Buford, and in the final row, low starting chaser Michael Gregory in 39th, and in 40th is the 3 of Anthony Nett. It's pretty easy to spot these chasers throughout the field. They're donned in Target red on the spoiler and the roof number of these race cars. It'll be interesting. For 45 laps, start off chase race number 1. 5 Toyotas, 4 Chevys, and 3 Fords in the chase in season number 9. Let's see who gets the championship. Let's see who starts out the championship on the right foot with this starting command for race number 1 of the chase.
Drivers, start your engines!
40 drivers rolling off the starting grid for chase race number 110 in season number 9 of the Target Series. Short track race that started the chase. Earlier in the season, William Seaman won here at Richmond, the Target 300. Who wins the Moneyline 300 to start off the chase? Trey Rainey, Sebastian Dupain, 2 non-chasers leads to the green flag. We're racing at Richmond. Dupain cleared the inside, quickly moved to the front. Dupain off turn 4, leads lap 1 of the race. Yepes to the inside to grab second away now for the lead to turn 1. And how about the start of this race? The top 7 all non-chasers. Our first chaser is 8th Cole Luigi. Only 2 chasers start inside the top 10 tonight. Crazy how the non-chasers showed up to play here at Richmond in the Target Series. Nichols moves to 2nd. Lloyd to 3rd behind Diego Yepes, who leads the race in the 01. Lloyd now for 2nd down the front stretch. 54, nice run takes to the inside. Side by side with Nichols, he'll move to 2nd. He looks for the lead on Yepes off turn 2. To the inside, side by side they go. Down the back, Denny Lloyd to the front. Dupain back with the 2nd, the 74, right where he started. Here comes Tyler Fink and Jake Gowie. Came as the number 1 seed to start the chase out. He moves inside the top 5 to 5th for the 14. Won the championship last season. He knows how to get done the Target Series, looking for 2 in a row in the Target Series. It would be the first driver since Adam McDowell to do it just a few seasons ago. For the lead, Dupain back to the inside, grabs the lead right back from Danny Lloyd, so he'll come around the 2nd lap of the race. Tyler Fink to 90. Slip a little there, allowed Lloyd to the inside lane, the 54, so Dane Lloyd gets down line 2nd, and they battle for 3rd. Jake Gowie inside Tyler Fink, maybe a bump up the racetrack, and Gowie moves to 3rd down the back. And Lloyd back to the lead on Dupain, quickly takes it back from that 74 car. So Lloyd to the lead, Jake Gowie now moves to 2nd, the 14, one of the 5 Toyotas in the chase this season. A Chevrolet of Luke Ray behind him, one of the 4 Chevys in the chase. Luke up to 3rd in the 51 car. As he came in towards the bottom of the seat, he was 9th seeded coming into the chase, but doing a good run so far. Up inside the top 3, he'll look 3 wide for the lead, but quickly, Jake Gowie shuts the door down low, and Jake's going to come around and lead his first lap of the race. Jake Gowie leads lap number 6 of the race. To the front he goes in the Moneyline 300. Luke ran the 51, now he looks to the inside off turn 2, down the back, side by side, 2 chasers battle for the top spot. And while lap sled don't really matter for these chasers because they don't really go by lap sled and finishing positions, whatever, it's still good to get these lap sled bonus points because if there's ever a tie for a position at the end of the full season, after Homestead, if there's a tie in the chase points, the tiebreaker gets broken by whoever is higher in full season points, whoever has more full season points. So getting some lap sled here for these chasers, it might not be too bad. It's not necessary to win the championship, but it could be good to break some ties once we get down to after Homestead. Some people are tied. Jake Allen was back by Luke Rain to be the highest chaser. Alex Fletcher led a lap right there, but now Landline takes it to the inside of the 98, going to lead this lap. Levi Jones moves to second to 10. He's actually Jake Galloway's teammate. So will he try and help Jake Galloway out right here in the 14? Here comes Kashawn Richardson. He came in the second seed, the 18 car, but inside the top 10 now. And Jeff Bright, he's dominated here before in the Target Series. He swept the race here a few seasons ago. He's looking for his first win at Richmond in a long time. Jeff Bright moves inside the top 10. And his son, Eli Bright, is also very good here at Richmond. He moves inside the top 10 as well. So how about that? The Brights move inside the top 10 as we're 10 laps down in the Moneyline 300. Yeah, you could definitely call this Bright Country. It's Levi Jones leads the race. You could call this Bright Country. Jeff Bright and Eli Bright both performed so well here at Richmond in the past. They both know how to win race. There's contact back there between the 39 Carson Bowers and the 20 of Troy Raines. They're on the pole, remember, so some contact being made back there. But yeah, the Brights have just performed really well here at Richmond in the past. See Jeff Bright move up to third there as he pushes Luke Rain to the front. Jeff swept the race here back a few seasons ago. It was season 2 or season 3 when he swept them. So Jeff knows how to get it done at Richmond. Eli does as well. So expect for these two to be contenders at the end of this race if they can keep their cars clean, because keeping your car clean here at Richmond is a hard thing to do. Jeff moves to second behind the race there. Luke Rain, the 51. Levi Jones moves to fourth as Landlines moves to second. Now let's lead off turn 2. Lines for the top spot down the backstretch. He goes side by side chaser Luke Rainey. And since we're in a little bit of a long green flag run, I'm going to talk about how the chase format works if you're not familiar with it. Obviously, a very interesting format being used in the Gatorade Cup Series, Target Series, and Pencil Truck Series, unlike any other format any other series uses. The way these chasers gain points is not based off of a finishing position, but where they finish relative to other chasers. For example, you can finish 5th or you can finish 15th, but if you're the highest chaser, you get the same amount of points no matter what. The top finishing chaser, the chaser who finishes highest right now would be Jake Galloway. He's 4th right now. He is the highest chaser. He would get 12 points. Luke Rain is currently 5th, is the second highest chaser. He would get 11 points. Back here to Kashawn Richardson, who rides in 10th. He's the 3rd highest chaser. He would get 10 points. It doesn't matter that there's a gap between the 51 and the 18. It's still 1 point difference no matter what happens. So it goes 12, 10, or 12, 11, 10 on down to last place chaser getting 1 point towards the championship. That's how it goes, and in certain circumstances, the first season we'll be doing this. If a chaser wins a chase race this season, they will get 3 added bonus points to get up to 15 points in one single race. So these chasers know that winning races, it means more than ever in this championship. That's 3 bonus points if you win a chase race if you're a chaser this season. So Jake Galloway, Luke Rain, Kashawn Richardson are running at the front. They're chasers. They know that they want to try and get to victory lane as hard as they can as Eli Bright pressures Landlines for lead, but the 98 keeps it strong for now. How about Damian Blue moving to 3rd and Dupain back up to 4th after starting 2nd and led that first lap of this race. Levi Jones moves inside the top 10 as there's the change for the highest chaser because Kashawn Richardson passes Jake Galloway. Now Richardson gets 12 points, Galloway's getting 11, and that could change because Michael Gregory jumps inside. Here comes another chaser, Gregory. Past Gatorade Cup Series champion. He looks on Jake Galloway for the 2nd highest chaser spot. At the front, Eli Bright clears to lead the race. To the 7 car out in front for Junior Motorsports. Dupain moves to 2nd, getting by Damian Blue. That's right where he started this race. For Eli, he was so close earlier in the season here at Richmond. He lost to 2nd place. Just by a car length over Williamson. He had to run the last lap, but couldn't make it by the 44 as the front 6 have gotten away. 7th on back, they're kind of long here, and they're battling each other side by side. It's allowing those front 6 to get away, so that's interesting there. Only 1 chaser as well inside the top 6, so he's loving that. Right now, Kashawn Richardson's like, please let's pull away. I don't want to deal with anyone back there. Jennifer Buford Moose Town's going to try and rally the troops. Luke Rain to 8th. How about Cole Luigi to 9th? That's another chaser. He comes as the 3rd seed in the chase. Code is riding a lot of momentum entering this chase, and he wants his first ever Target Series championship. He has won a Gatorade Cup Series championship. He's won a Pencil Truck Series championship. If he can win the Target Series championship this season, he'll be the first ever driver to win the Triple Crown in the series. Eli Bright gets with the lead. The battle's on for 7th still. The front 6 pull away. The battle's on for 2nd. Dupain inside Kashawn Richardson. He grabs the 2nd spot away. Damian Blue moves to 3rd. Landlines will look for 4th. And it's going to cycle on back to where the 18th is probably going to be 6th at the next starting line. Dupain looking low, and Eli Bright could make the move work. That's basically how the 7 lost the race here earlier in the season. He had to run down the backstretch, peaked in 7 to the run to make it to the inside, and the 44 cleared out front. We're halfway done down the backstretch. Right there, we completed 22 and a half laps, halfway done with the Moneyline 300 Richmond. Caution-free so far in our first chase race of the season. Sebastian Dupain started second, led the first lap. He'll lead lap number 23 of the race. Eli Bright, the runner-up to this race earlier in the season, rides in second. Damian Blue in third. Fourth is Levi Jones, fifth landlines, and Sean Merchant currently sixth. As Matthew Logan, seventh, starts to run down those front 6. Matthews Wells, the chaser, just behind him. Wells won at Atlanta. A walk-off victory for the 1 team. Ended up making the chase because of that victory. He's now running inside the top 10 to 8th for the driver. The 1 came in as the 6th seed in the championship. He knows he has a shot to win a Target Series championship. He got a top 3 finishing position in points last season, driving the Junior Motorsports 5 car. He's down the Richmond Racing number 1 car and showing that it has some pace this season in the Target Series. 20 laps remain here at Richmond. Levi Jones leads the race. Eli Bright inside the 7 car. Kashawn Rich in the 18 just with that 7. Here comes Kashawn. He moves to second, get by Eli Bright. Landon Lyons to 98, up to third, get by Levi Jones. Oh, Lyons almost came up into the side there, breaking contact, the 10 up the racetrack, 98, forced him up there, 3 wide, goes Mathis Wells to the inside with Damian Blue middle lane. Lyons and Jones run with each other, but they kept it straight and clean and still green. Jones up the racetrack has dropped many positions now because of what just happened. Down the back for the lead, Eli Bright trying to fend off Kashawn Richardson right there as the 18 has a run to the inside. Couldn't make it work. Craziness how these drivers are running at the front of the field. Now make it 9 cars at the front, 10th on Becca, trying to rally the troops now as Colucci leads Lord Delano around the racetrack. Delano for 10th, here comes Pulsar Trey Rainey coming back. The 20 car has a pretty good pace this season. He's won a race. However, he was outside the top 20 points and could not use the win as a wild card spot. So Trey is hoping for his 2nd win of the season. He mentioned after missing the chase, it's just more opportunity for me to just go out and perform well and win races and show that I can still perform well at this level of competition. Trey started on pole, fell back early on, but now starting to come back forward late in the race, doesn't possibly have the speed later in the run to make it work. Looking for a 10th on Lord Delano off turn 4. At the front of the field though, because Sean Richardson passes Eli Bright to lead the race, and Dupain up to 2nd to 74. Dupain, the other driver to start on the front row alongside Trey Rainey. Dupain though led the first lap. He got down line behind Trey off to turn number 1 and made the run to the inside, making the run to the inside because Shummerson side by side there. 18 led the lap, 74 in the inside will get the lap led. This time by as long as 92 Matthew Logan doesn't make a move. How about Matthew Logan is 2nd, the 92 car. Even though he has some red on that car, on the roof of the car, he's not in the chase. How about the 39 Carson Bowers moves to 3rd. Here comes Eli Bright coming back on the inside. Trey Rainey trying to join those 2 in front of him. Here comes Mathis Wells dropping back. Lord Delano there. Tyler Fink is Logan's teammate trying to rally up inside the top 10. He's right now currently 12th. Not too bad inside the top dozen. For the lead, here comes Fink's teammate Matthew Logan inside lane. Through 3 and 4. Matthew Logan to the front in the Moneyline 300. As we don't have many laps left, 13 to go in Richmond and chase race number 1. All these chasers can be fighting for every spot they can get on the racetrack. Because Sean Richardson rides in 6th, he's not his chaser. Where's the next chaser? Mathis Wells up to 9th. So these chasers know, hey, we have to get to that 18, the 1. They're the only drivers inside the top 10 there in the chase. Side by side, Logan leads. Bowers to the inside to grab the lead off to turn 1. Carson Bowers to the front here in Richmond. He'll grab the lead away with 12 to go. 12 laps remaining in Richmond down the back of the race. Carson Bowers holds the top spot. Matthew Logan drops back big time in 2nd. Eli up to 3rd. Landlines 4th and for 5th. Kashawn Richardson inside the top 5. There is Mathis Wells riding it out right now in the 1 car. 11 cars are broken away from 12th on back. Colucci, Benny Watson, Luke Rainier back here. There's 2 chasers. Luigi and Rainey, they're going to try and get up to this front pack. Same with Michael Gregory. Jake Dowie dropping back in the 14. Free falling on the outside lane. Same with chaser Leon Campana. Let's look back here. Chaser Casey Nacco trying to work his way through the field. Riley Spurgeon dropping back. That's a chaser. Jay Randall, a chaser right there. There's Luke Jones, a chaser off Max Rossi. Rossi has completed every single lap this season. 10 laps to go for him to complete every lap through 24 races this season. And currently, that is our lowest chaser. It is the 43 Max Rossi. He's actually balanced Jay Randall, Luke Jones, and Riley Spurgeon to not be the lowest chasers. How about that? They're riding at the back of the field, not starting their chase off well, as we have 9 laps to go in Richmond. At the front, Carson Bowers leads Matthew Logan, but the 92 is right on the tail of the 3rd down off the 7 of Eli Bright's a 3-car breakaway for the top spot in Richmond. Logan jumps inside. Bowers back to the line. 39 leads the race. 8 laps to go in Richmond. Will we go caution-free for all 45 laps? Will we get a late yellow to set up a late race restart? Will we get a yellow to end the race early? How will this finish of the race turn out to be? Eli Bright, the 7, moves to second, trying to chase down Matthew Logan. Back here, Kashawn Richardson and Trey Rainey, 2 teammates from Joe Gibbs Racing. They battled out for 5th. As the yellow flag is out with 7 to go! Leon Campana chasers crash. Some other cars are smoking, entering turn number 1. They're racing it back around, coming to 60. Oh, this will be a 1-lap dash. Most likely coming back, Matthew Logan with the race lead. Logan, Eli Bright, and Carson Bowers at the top 3 in the yellow flag that maybe some of these chasers back here did not want to see, as now the laps have dwindled down, and we're not going to have many to go on the restart. Our first one's going to be only yellow flag of the race comes out. There's the Pez in the 01 with heavy damage, but the big storyline is chaser Leon Campana going around the 29. Entered the chase with the 10th seed, but now early on, digging a hole as he wrecks late in the running of the Moneyline 300. Let's go see what happened to chaser Leon Campana and non-chaser Diego Yepez. Racing off into turn number 3, battling just outside the top 20 here. Tyler Fink looks to make a move through the middle lane, 3 wide on Yepez and Leon Campana, and into the corner, Fink in the 90. He's going to slap the racetrack, possibly tight from the 01 right there. Maybe the 01 gave him dirty air. Fink gets into Campana, gets down to Yepez, hard into the wall for Diego head on. Campana scrapes off the wall. Look at Jake Galway try to get by it. The 14 slammed on the brakes. I believe he missed everyone there. But hard contact for Yepez. And how about the chase on the inside, like Casey Nacko, Riley Spurgeon, and Luke Jones, that got by this. Watch Riley Spurgeon and Luke Jones gas up and get by Jake Galloway for those points. Look right there, 2 points, the 29 and the 14. 8 got it. I believe the 26 didn't get the 14, but that's still good for them as they got points right there. They passed the 29, and the 8 passed the 14 as well. Spurgeon gassed up. He saw that they were wrecking up time. He said, they're not going to come down to me. So he decided, hey, let me go, let me go, let me go. And he got by them. Yeah, every point matters under this format. We've seen championships come down to 1 point or even a tie. But at the front, non-chaser dominating in Richmond, as it's Matthew Logan leading the way in the 92. He's staying out. He's hoping this doesn't go back green, but most likely it's going to be a 1 or 2 lap dash to determine the winner here at Richmond in our first chase race of season number 9. This is what everyone besides Matthew Logan wanted to see right here. A 1-lap dash to the checker flag, 3/4 of a mile to determine the winner in our first chase race of season number 9. Diego Yepez, the only car out from the crash. We'll see who wins in Richmond. Logan, Bright, Bowers, Lyons, and Richardson, the top 5 for our final restart. White and green flag together. Back to the line. And the green flag is back in the air. Logan steps on the gas. Eli Bright stays with the white flag. Last lap in Richmond. Logan leads the race. Eli Bright in second. Bowers in third. Logan from the lead goes up the racetrack. Eli Bright trying to get to the inside. He finished second here earlier in the season, but now he's drag racing Logan for the lead down the back. Logan blocks him off to 3. Matthew Logan holds the lead off Eli Bright. He'll win in Richmond. Matthew Logan wins in Richmond over Eli Bright, the 7 car. And just like earlier in the season, Eli Bright gets second in practically the same way. This time, though, it's Matthew Logan reigning supreme, winning the Moneyline 300 at the Richmond Raceway. A crazy first chase race of the season. Let's go see the finish results and the point stack up after our first chase race. Here are the finishing results from our first chase race of the season, the Moneyline 300 at the Richmond Raceway. 1 caution flag for 5 laps tonight, and 26 lead changes, 13 drivers led laps here tonight in Richmond. It is Matthew Logan restarted first. Thought once he went up the racetrack 1-2, Eli Bright would get to the end set, but the 92 got a great run off the top of turn number 2, got clear down the back. Logan wins, leading the most laps of 10 here tonight. Eli Bright so close again to another Richmond victory. He ends up in second. Carson Bowers in third, Landlines fourth, and Kashawn Richardson, our highest chaser, ends up in fifth. Troy Rain from the pole never got to lead lap, but he quietly finished in the 6th position. Matthew Wells, our next chaser, in 7th. Levi Jones in 8th. 9th for Sebastian Dupain, and Damian Blue running up the top 10 to 16. Lord Allow 11th. Cole Luigi fights to finish in 12th. He's our 3rd chaser. 13th for Nathan Stapleton. 14th Benny Watson, and Luke Rainey rounds out the top 15. Then 16th we have Jennifer Beeford, 17th Sebastian Kukulon, 18th Isaac Nichols, 19th Jeff Bright, and Michael Gregory rounding out the top 20 in the 52s. How about that? 2 chasers inside the top 10, only 4 inside the top 15, only 5 inside the top 20. That's contrary to what we saw in the Pennzoil Truck Series race last night. There were about 6 chasers inside the top 10 and about 8 inside the top 20. Here in this race, chasers were spread all throughout the field. However, it doesn't really matter. You know, from Luke Rainey to Michael Gregory, that's 5 positions. Luke finished 15th, Gregory finished 20th, but it's only 1 point. That's, that's 9 points to 8 points right there. From Cole Luigi up to Matt as well, 7th to 12th, that's another 5 positions, but still only 1 point because of this chase format. So even if you finish well here, you don't have too big of a lead because Sean Richardson is still only a race ahead of last in points Jay Rando. As look down, Danny Lloyd 21st, Justin Lightning 22nd, there's chaser Casey Nacko in 23rd, Tyler Fink 24th, Devon Red 25th, Max Anderson 26th, then a slew of chasers right here is Riley Spurtube, Luke Jones, Jake Galloway, Leon Capon, and Max Rossi. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chasers that finished in a row from 27th to 31st. Adam McDowell, Alex Fletcher, Derek Hamill, Anthony Nez, William Seaman, there's chaser Jay Rando in 37th, so he starts out the chase on the worst, starting as he finished 37th, the lowest chaser. Matt Montoya 38th, Jose Mills 39th, the only car out of the race, Diego Lopez in 40th. At the right side are the early point standings entering the chase. Obviously not much different than the finishing order. 1 point separates everyone because Sean Richardson leads the points. Second for Matt as well as Cole Luigi in third. Luke Rainey 4th. Michael Gregory is currently in 5th. And then in 6th, we have Casey Nacko. In 7th, it is Riley Spurtube. 8th, we have Luke Jones. 9th, it's Jake Galloway. And in 10th, we have Leon Capana. 11th for Max Rossi. And 12th for Jay Rando. So that's how the points shake up after one chase race. Still 9 left to go, so anything can happen. You can have 2 or 3 bad races with this points format and still win the championship. That's how forgiving this format is. So if you're Jay Rando, Max Rossi down there and you had a bad points tonight, don't sweat it. Don't give up quite yet. There's still tons of racing left. In fact, once again, if you win a chase race, that's 3 bonus points. So that could be big for some of these drivers that have fallen behind. If they go out and win Michigan next race, they'll be right back in the thick of things. As we're looking ahead to chase race number 2, we're going to the Michigan International Speedway for the target 250. I will see you guys then.